Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem, Shalom. How's everybody tonight? Good? Always great to be together on Shabbat, see our loved ones and familiar faces.
Do we say Shabbat Shalom?
Not yet, I said, waiting on the rabbi.
It's a great song.
Shalom.
I like this section over here. It's really...
Can we begin?
The claps for that.
Join me. Bim.
Bam, bim, bim, bim,
Bam, bim, 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 bam.
Johnny Berry, Berry.
Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Cherry, berry, berry, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bim,
Bim, bam. Good Shabbos, everyone. Help us, as we love to do on Shabbat and whenever we're together, is to become a community. So find someone you're sitting near that you may or may not know. Introduce yourself to them and wish them a good Shabbos.
Lecha, lecha, dodi, likrat, likrat, kala, b'nei, b'nei, Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha, lecha, dodi, likrat, likrat, kala, b'nei, b'nei, Shabbat, nekabela. La, 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 lecha, dodi, likrat, likrat, kala, b'nei, b'nei, Shabbat, nekabela. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, ישמענו אל המיוחד.
אדוני אחד ושמו אחד,
השם ולתפארת ולתהילה, לה 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 לה. לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, בני בני שבת לקבלה.
רת קלה,
בני בני שבת לקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה
בראש מקדם נסוכה,
סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לה 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 לה. לך דודי, לקראת לקראת
רת קלה,
בני בני שבת לקבלה. אדוני לקראת לקראת
רת קלה,
בני בני שבת לקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה,
We begin our service on page 16 of our prayer books with the lighting of Shabbat candles. And I'll just make mention, we welcome our intern, our music intern with us this summer, Joshua Mostyn, who's on the bima for the first time in this role. Just started as he's finished his junior year of college. We'll tell you more about him during Tish maybe, but it's lovely to hear Josh singing with Cantor so beautifully. And so I invite Debbie Weinstein to our bima to lead us in the lighting of the Shabbos candles.
Let us welcome Shabbat with light and with love.
May we bring Shabbat into our hearts, into our souls, and into our homes.
May the glow of these candles light our way in the world.
May we never feel lost or alone with our people by our side.
May the glow of these tapers bring a spirit of renewal to our lives.
May we see our world with eyes that are wise.
May the flames that we kindle inspire us with the warmth of our people and the faith they cherished.
As we bless these candles,
so may we be blessed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav b'tzivanu
Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who has commanded us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. May we be blessed with the joy of Shabbat. May we be blessed with the holiness of Shabbat. May we be blessed with the warmth of Shabbat. May we be blessed with Shabbat peace. Amen.
never know what might happen when you come to services. We begin our prayers now on page 20 of our prayer book as we rise together for our call to worship. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim b'chochma potea she'arim uvitvuna mashane itim umachalif et hazmanim sader et kochavim b'mishmerotea b'rakia kirtzono. Praised are you, our God, ruler of the world, who brings about the evening star. Your wisdom makes the dawn appear. You differentiate the times and seasons of our lives. Stars follow their courses as a sign of divine creative force in the universe. Borei yom v'layla godel or b'bnei choshech v'choshech b'bnei or. Uma'avir yom mevi layla. Uma'avdil ben yom v'ben layla Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimnoch aleinu le'olam ba'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. You created the day and night. Even though you cause the day to disappear and you bring on the night, You developed a separation and distinction one from the other. We call you ruler of the universe, but you are our living God. May you create understanding among us so we might never take nature for granted. Praise are you, our Creator, who causes night to fall, to recite the watchword of our faith. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We read together on page 22. You shall love the eternal your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. They shall be a symbol before your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I, the Eternal, am your God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I, the Eternal, am your God. These eternal words have been a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path.
Faith and choice bring understanding to the soul and sensitivity to the heart.
In all times and places, our God has been a part of our lives.
Our faith has been our rock and our help.
We witnessed God's wonders when we went free from Egypt.
When slavery's chains were broken, we witnessed it.
May those who have the faith to believe also have the wisdom to be kind.
O God, in whom we have all hope,
We glorify your name now as our people have praised you throughout history.
In preparation for the Amidah, we rise together on page 24 and take a moment for our own private meditations on page 25, either following the words of our prayer books or those our hearts might prompt.
תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Koneh HaKol, Ve'Zocher Chastei Avot ve'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Lifnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Ata Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Ata, Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umkayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Micha Mocha Baal Gevurot, Umidom Elach, Melech Memit Umchaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Ata lahachayot hakol, Baruch Ata Adonai, Mechayei hakol, Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom, Yahalelucha Selah, Baruch Ata Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
You are holy, and your name is holy, and we sing your praises every day. Praised are you, the holy God. Please be seated.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamitinu Malkeinu leChaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamitinu Malkeinu leChaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leChaim. Ufros aleinu Sukat shlomecha L'chaim shalom Me'ata v'yad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamitinu Malkeinu leChaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamitinu Malkeinu leChaim. Ushmor tzeitzenu
Let us lie down in peace, O God, and permit us to wake up in the security of knowing that we are safe and loved. Be a shield around us and keep enemies, disease, violence, homelessness, and hunger far away from those we love. Keep us safe in the shadow of your wings, for you are our protector. You show compassion and mercy when you permit us the experience of seeing the shelter of your peace. Give to your people Israel and the world a time of peace.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
As Israel has preserved the Sabbath, so the Sabbath has preserved Israel. It is an everlasting covenant between God and the children of Israel. It is a reminder of creation, for in 6 days God created the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day God sanctified all life with rest.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם כי אתה הוא מלך גדול לכל השלום כי אתה הוא מלך גדול לכל השלום שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך שלום רב
together in the center of page 29, we read our prayers for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Blessed is the eternal God, the source of peace.
את כל אשר עשה, והנה טוב מאוד. וירא אלוהים את כל אשר עשה, והנה טוב מאוד. There was morning, there was evening, there was morning, and there was evening.
This day is Shabbat. One day that we have during our busy lives, our hectic weeks, to slow down, to take some time for ourselves. Take a moment to look within and to trust. Be trust enough to close our prayer books and to put them away because you won't be needing them for the next few moments. Be trust enough to close your eyes and to look within, to focus on your breath. Breathe in, slowly inhaling through your nose, and breathe out, exhaling through your mouth. Continue to focus on your breath, something that we do thousands of times each day without noticing, without paying attention to it. Breathe in, breathing in God's gift to us. Breathe out, sharing your gift with the world. Vayar Elohim, as Cantor sang, et kol asher asah. God saw all the work that God had done in creating our world. In Genesis we read, Hine tov ma'od, that God saw that it was good. After 6 days of creation, God finished that work, and on the seventh day, God rested, giving us this opportunity to celebrate Shabbat, to think about our past week. God saw all that had been created, and it was good. Think for a moment in your own life. What was created? What work did you do this week? What accomplishments did you have? What may you have overcome? Vayar Elohim et kol asher asah. God saw all that and said, it was good. What of those things that you picture? Where do you find goodness within them? Is it something that you created? Maybe an opportunity? Maybe family being together to find the good and even the challenges. V'hine tov ma'od. And God saw that it was good. We hope that we can find that good as well.
והנה טוב מאוד. וירא אלוהים את כל אשר עשה, והנה טוב מאוד. וירא אלוהים את כל אשר עשה, והנה טוב מאוד. שבת שלום, שבת שלום, שבת שלום, Shabbat Shalom. The words are not too difficult to join with me. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. One more time. Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, when we think of that good as a Jewish community, one of the things that we do is when we have something good, that we take a moment to celebrate, not just in the privacy and the intimacy of our own homes, but we bring that joy, that simcha into our community, because really for all of us, it's joy and a simcha. And so this evening, we get to welcome 2 children into the covenant by giving them their Hebrew names. And so this evening, we will be doing the naming of Mason and Emmett Schroeder. Mason and Emmett are the children of Megan and Marnie Schroeder, the grandchildren of Debbie and Lee Weinstein, and Marion and James Lima and the late James Schroeder, and the great-grandchildren of Seymour Weinstein. And so it's my pleasure to invite up now Mason and Emmett and their parents.
Yeah, there you go. It's good.
There we go. Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors. Megan and Marnie have come into your presence to voice the longings of their hearts. Give them the wisdom that teach their children to be faithful to the heritage and the household of Israel, that Mason and Emmett may grow up with the knowledge that you are always near to them, guiding and sustaining them. Keep open, just like right now, the eyes of their spirit, that they may ever be conscious of the beauty and the wonder of your world. Let them learn to love the goodness that is in the human soul, that they may nourish the goodness that has been implanted within them. Grant Mason and Emmett health of mind and strength of body, that they may enjoy fullness of years and radiance of spirit. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam,
Gomel chasadim tovim.
Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, whose presence fills creation, extending love and kindness to the world.
May we never measure how much love and encouragement we offer. May we never count the times that we forgive. Rather, may we always be grateful that we have one another and that we are able to express our love in acts of kindness. It is his birthday.
As we encircle you in these talit, in this talis, I guess, so do you enter the circle of our family. As we wrap you in these talit, so may your lives be wrapped in your faith and heritage. As we embrace you in these prayer shawls, may you embrace your faith and your people.
And so as we celebrate the sweetness of life and the joy of being together on this Shabbat, we raise this Kiddush cup and give thanks together with the blessing over the wine.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam,
Borei pori agafen. Amen.
L'chaim.
Grape juice. You want some? He said, "What's that?"
Says, I want to see myself
Yes.
in a cup.
Good stuff's in the rabbi's office. Megan? Yep. Just here for
Jewish tradition teaches that all generations, even those unborn, were at Mount Sinai and participated in making of the covenant between God and the people. God said, "And I will establish my covenant between me and you and your seed after you throughout our generations as an everlasting covenant."
Today we bring our children into a brit, a covenant. Through the years to come, we will try to impart the sanctity of the Jewish faith so they may live their lives imbued with the ideals of Torah service and good deeds.
just so you know, it's not easier when you do one at a time for naming.
Okay.
It's equally, so you're just fine. Maybe. Yeah, Mason might remember this. There's a beautiful Jewish folk belief that says every individual born has three names. The one chosen by his parents, the one others will call him, and the one he acquires for himself. And acquiring your own names, your own identities, first, Mason, we turn to you, my friend. May you be inspired by your Hebrew and your English names. Your name for your great uncle, Martin Craig Weinstein, who was gentle and loving and kind, as well as a scratch golfer. So we hope you own that too. You're also named for your great-grandfather, Henry Anthony Horn, who in these sacred halls was belovedly known by the name Tony, as he was generous and kind and had a smile that would light up any room he was in. And his legacy is on the walls here. We think of him often as we're in the sanctuary. And also, your Hebrew name, your name for your grandfather, James Joseph Schroeder. James was funny and responsible and the life of the party. Emmett, your Hebrew and English names should be for you to be inspired as well. That's right, I'm talking to you, kid. Your first name is Cheeks. Cheeks Schroeder, that's right. Ah. That's what I'm naming you. But your mom chose a different name. Your name for your great-grandmother, Barbara Eve Weinstein, who was curious and thoughtful and fiercely liberal, and also graced these chairs and this sanctuary often in her life and was very much a part of our family here. And for your great-uncle, George Armstrong Gremley, stubborn, funny, in a sarcastic way, and devoted to his faith. And your Hebrew name as well is named after your grandfather, James Joseph Schroeder. Again, caring and loving and responsible and a part of his family, a priority of his family. These individuals should always be an inspiration to you. But most of all, may this moment and your moms be an inspiration to you in the choices they have made in bringing you into this world and in sharing life with all of us and in their journeys as well.
With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my might, I pray for the continued health of these children. My hope for them is to be strong in the mind and body, to grow steadily and sturdily in a home filled with joy.
I wish for Mason and Emmett to become people who greet the world with passion, courage, humility, humor, and patience.
That's right on cue.
With all my heart, with all my soul, and with all my might, I wish for good things for my family and me. I hope for the ability to love and nurture these children, to provide for them, to educate them, to understand them, and to allow them the freedom to grow.
So on this day, the third day of ER 5784, in the midst of all of us as witnesses, do we give these children their Hebrew names along with their English names. So from this day until forever, may Mason, Henry, Schroeder be known among the people of Israel. Maor Haron, Yaakov ben Yael, Rivka v'Mehiratova. Like that name? Yeah, it's a good one. And for Emmett George Schroeder, that he should be known among the people of Israel as Ezra Guy Yosef ben Yael Rivka v'Mehira Tova. May they be names filled with blessings and joy. May their names always bring honor to their families and to our people. And as the two of you, as moms, do that as well. And Megan, let me just say, Marnie, getting you back on the bema, well, that's like, woohoo! Sorry. Right. So, but the two of you up here wanting to share with us your children so that we can welcome them into the world is a blessing for all of us to experience and feel together, and the joy of that. And so may we always share in these moments of simcha, of life, of joy, of fun, that your children will bring as they open the eyes for us all and share a little bit of newness as well as they see the world and teach us too. And so with that in mind, together we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'achianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu la'azman hazeh. Bless you, God, ruler of the universe, who's given us life, who sustained us and brought us to this awesome moment for all of us to share in your joy together. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'achianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu la'azman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam,
שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Mason and Emmett got those little goodie bags filled with a Kiddush cup, and I think a mezuzah and candlesticks for their home. For their candlesticks are for the table, not for their rooms, as well as I think information about Mason's new preschool and other fun things like that too. The Learning Center, our preschool, that will be moving right over there in a moment, very soon. So exciting for us to share together. You know, being together as a community is always filled with joy and seeing each other and sharing, but also times where we use our prayers to link us with our people throughout the world. And especially as we've done since October 7th, we've added these prayers to our services whenever we're together. So first, a prayer for the state of Israel that links us with our friends and family at this time. Avinu Shebashamayim, Sor Yisrael, Rock of Israel, our salvation, bless the state of Israel, first fruit of the flourishing of our redemption. Guard her in the abundance of your love. Spread over her the shelter of your peace. Send forth your light and truth to those who lead, and judge her that they may walk in the way of justice, freedom, and integrity. Strengthen the hands of those who guard our holy land. Let them inherit salvation and life. Give peace to the land, continuous joy to her inhabitants. And soon fulfill the vision of your prophet. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. Let them learn no longer the ways of war. And let us say, Amen. And a prayer for the soldiers of Israel. Mishaberach Avatenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov v'imotenu Sarav Kolei Avrachel Hu yivarech et ha'chayalei tzeva Haganah Yisrael. Merciful God, who's blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. Send your blessings to the soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces who stand guard over our homeland Israel, on the land, in the air, and on the sea. May the source of strength preserve and rescue our soldiers from every trouble and distress, from every plague and illness. May God send blessing and success in their every endeavor. May God bless our soldiers with wisdom, understanding, and insight. May God grant them salvation and crown them with victory. And let us say, Amen. And a prayer for those still held hostage, the 132 of our family, of our friends who remain held captive in Gaza. Achenu kol beit Yisrael. May God be merciful to our fellow Jews who wander over sea or land. who suffer captivity, persecution, and imprisonment. May God soon bring them relief from distress and deliver them from darkness into light, from subjugation to redemption. And let us say, Amen.
ונאמר אמן.
Finally, turn to prayers of Mishiberach, prayers of healing for those in our own community here. We walk around with the Torah, we reach out, we touch it, we mention names out loud of family, of friends, and knowing that Torah is not only a source of strength and healing and wisdom, but also a source of hope. Please rise. Mishiberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Imotenu Sraf Kolei Avrachal Hu Yivarech et Cholim, merciful God, who's blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. Send your blessings to our loved ones stricken with illness and anxiety, friends and family of our community, Alyssa Ioto, Neil Alpiner, Amy Drysdale Atler, Deborah Bentley, Carol Berg, Margaret Bosco, Michael Brody, Chris Burke, Karen Kasman, Patty Seresny, Baruch Cohen, Richard Colton, Eliezer Matatyahu ben Moshe Gedalia v'Yael, Ann Gotro, Richard Gotro, Paula Glazer, Batya Pesha Penina, Ava Haber Kornholm, Ty Hall, Leon Klein, Chaya Aviva Batfegoa, Karen Coltono, Marta Lazar, Alan Lieberman, Zoe Marcus, Gary Martin, Leah Marks, Len Meiji, Gail Mintz, Caleb Ben Ba'ami, Lori Nosenchuk, Rezel Batlea Miriam, Corbin Peeler, Carolyn Peterson, Rachelmi Beit Chaim B'chava, Marcy Fisher-Reiners, Leslie Riggs, Laura Rosso, the St. Amman family, Steve Siegel, Michael Schulman, Becky Silk, Roberta Sonino, Susanna Stern, Len Turman, Karen Thompson, Stuart Thompson, Marilyn Webb. Especially we think of the over 6,000 Israeli soldiers physically injured since October 7th, and all those in Israel and throughout the world emotionally hurting and in need, and all the names in our hearts. Baruch atah Adonai Rafael Cholim. Blessed are you, God, to give strength to those in need.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
We continue on page 41 of our prayer books for the Aleinu and our concluding prayers.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, עת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא זמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
The mystics teach us that the Kaddish has different meanings every time it is recited. In their minds, it's a prayer that links earth to heaven and bridges the chasm between the living and the dead. The Kaddish is the assurance that the soul is enduring and the human spirit is indestructible. It is a prayer that permits a child to remember a parent and a parent to remember a child. It is an opportunity to bind wounds and bring generations closer to generation. In light and in darkness, it is all of these and more, for it is our people's memory of the best that life has to offer. So on this Shabbat, we think of those friends and family who have been taken from us in these most recent days, whose Shiva, Shloshim, and Shana we mark. Mickey Schneider, Scott Klein, Mark Seiner, Louise Oram, Philip Kwaski, Aileen Porcelli, Robert Alpers, Stephen Cohen, Lori Faber, Rabbi Daniel Schwartz, Alan Lippett, Dan Lippett, Francine Bernstein, the 267 IDF soldiers killed defending Israel and working to bring home the Israeli hostages, the 1,200 individuals whose lives were lost in the terrorist attack in Israel on October 7th, and all the innocent lives lost during this ongoing war. And to their names we add those whose yahrzeits we mark, those whose anniversary of passing we lovingly commemorate. Anne Gloria Abrams, David Bauer, Fridella Berlin, Irving Beale, Sidney Blatt, David Brody, Manny Kaplan, Martha Seresny, Marilyn Effersey, Seymour Finkel, Martin Freed, Elliot Ira Friedman, Leo Friedman, Harry Leo Gantz, Marcus Ginn, Fanny Gold, Howard Goldberg, Carrie Goldberger, Sidney Greenberger, Sidney Greenberg, Leonard Hack, Joel Helfman, Louis Horn, George Horwich, Marvin Haas, Dr. Arthur Klass, Gerald Jacob, Rhonda Faye Moran Klomp, Florence Coltoneau, Elaine Kavinsky, Frida Holden Graber Kramer, Jack Kunzman, Bernice Kaplan Lazaro, Janice Levine, David Lieberman, Frank Matchnick Jr., Jenny Malamed, Faye Mandel, Marvin Mevis, Harold Morse, Harry Must, Stephen Michael Newman, Fanny Pantzer, Basia Pick, Douglas Perther, Louis Rich, Charles Edward Richards, Maurice Robbins, Barbara Shear, Harry Schwartz, George Siegel, Maxine Sharp, Leonard Silk, O.D. Silverstein, Dorothy Sobel, June Stern, William Joseph Strawn, Larry Swartz, Nate Tarnow, Bernie Toby, Dr. Arthur Victor, Bonnie Weinstein, Pamela Weinstein, Elliot Weston, Ida Wolf, along with all the names in our hearts and those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Do we join together as one family, as one community, in the immortal words of the Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 46 of our prayer books, praising God for the gift of life. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach urtei v'amlich malchutei, b'chayachon u'vyomachon chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shmei d'krusha, richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran b'yama v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, huya se shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn. Comfort to all the bereaved among us here and everywhere. As together we say, Amen.
Useh shalom bimromav. Useh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Useh shalom bimromav. Uyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Before we begin our tish, just a few thoughts I wanted to share, of reflection at this time of year. So, on the Jewish calendar, on Monday, we commemorated Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Memorial Day, or, on the Hebrew calendar, it's Yom HaShoah v'Hagvura, the day of the Shoah and of our heroism. And it was chosen as the day that we remember in 1953. It was made the holiday in Israel this day because it's linked with the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, and as a moment of strength in the midst of the darkness of the Shoah. And what's fascinating on the Israel calendar, 1 week later, so Sunday night and Monday, will be Yom HaZikaron, the Memorial Day of Israel. Israel's day remembers all those soldiers who have died and victims of terror, as well as it's called now today too. And in both those days, a siren is blasted. At 10 a.m., it's blasted on Yom HaShoah for 2 minutes of silence, where no matter where you are at 10 a.m. in Israel, everything falls silent. If you're driving on the highway, you stop your car and you get out of the car and you stand at attention in silence for 2 minutes. The end of Yom HaZikaron, I think it's 7 p.m., for 1 minute, the siren goes off for a moment of silence to remember those who have fallen in protecting Israel and victims of terror. But what's a remarkable, transition is immediately from that, it goes to Israel Independence Day. So it goes from these depths of loss and recognition of that to immediately going into the celebration of Yom HaAtzmaut, which will be Tuesday this week, Monday night and Tuesday, Israel's Independence Day, filled with barbecues and celebrations and parties and fun time. And the question that scholars and individuals in Israel have been talking about this week is, are we able to celebrate Yom HaAtzmaut? Like, how do we celebrate it? And you find both camps. I saw one picture of a poster that looked like it was made by kindergartners that was on a storefront that said, happy, in Hebrew, happy Yom HaAtzmaut. And it was painted, and you could see how much detail these children had, worked with their crayons, filling in the letters so well and excitedly, right? And others, people are saying, we can't celebrate this right now, right? Our hearts are broken, and how can we do that? I'm of the mind frame that we're somewhere in the middle, right? That we still need to find joy and reasons to celebrate while not ever forgetting what we've been through these past 7 months and continue to endure. Having just been to Israel a month ago, you see that the hostage reality is everywhere. People are going to restaurants and having nice times, but everyone has something, whether it's a pin or the necklace or signs in the windows of the restaurants, it is everywhere. And you realize that Paul is hanging over the entire country. But at the same time, people are sitting, having a dinner and laughing with friends and living their lives. And I think of how Israel was created. coming out of the Shoah, 3 years after, and the founders of the state of Israel, so many of them were new immigrants who had survived the tragedy of the Shoah, of the Holocaust, who literally had been in Auschwitz and Birkenau, had been in these death camps, and somehow found meaning and reason to live, who had lost all of their family. Think, all of those people who got to Israel, they're all of that, mostly that same age demographic. Because you were too young, little children died, and people who were our age, my age, didn't survive. They were all people in their teens and 20s. They had no wisdom of their ancestors, in a sense. But they had that challenge behind them, yet still they had vision and strength to create this new reality and build what is today a miracle. And for those of us who've been there together or have had the privilege of being, you've seen that. You've met Israelis, you've seen the hustle and bustle and the joy and 3,000 years of history and how it's come to life. So when I think of Yom HaAtzmaut this week, I will celebrate a little, but I'm still going to be aware of what we're in the midst of. That's why every day I wear this pin. Every day, it's a part of me. Even on my day off when I was in a T-shirt going to Costco yesterday, I still put this on. And I want people to notice it, and I want them to ask if they don't know what it is. Or like a woman who came up to me in the airport who saw it, thanked me for wearing it, and she was wearing a necklace that said, "My heart's in Gaza." So we see one another, and we realize we're connected, and we see that we still find meaning in life and reasons to celebrate despite those challenges. So if you want to ask questions about that, you can. But I'll turn now to our time together and our Tish. And so before we go to a special oneg in honor of Mason and Emmett, who are just out there having the time of their life.
They started eating already.
Right.
Testing
I told
it all
them to.
out for us.
I'm telling you, I'm calling him Cheeks. So, and does he ever not laugh when you, that's spectacular. I like that kid. What's that? Yeah? It's good stuff. Yes, Sam. Kiddushim. Want me to do it or you want to do it?
Very center of the Torah portion, we're in the book of Leviticus. Kiddushim is known as the Holiness Code. And it talks about the laws that we have the laws that we have that made us unique as a people, that we're told we're supposed to do these things so that because God said so, because I am the Lord your God. For example, not putting a stumbling block before the blind. Those types of laws that had to do with the morals of our people and how we were supposed to act.
Yeah. It's a great Torah portion because it's really those moral, ethical precepts of who we are and what holiness means. And holiness is about being distinct, unique, special. It's why the rabbi said it's the portion we read the afternoon of Yom Kippur, our holiest day of the year. And the verse that's the exact middle of the Torah, if you unroll the entire Torah, is the end, which is Ve'ahavta re'echa kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself. So it's really, we love this Torah portion. Yes.
So in the scribe or in the email? So Lori said in the scribe there's reference to something hanging in the sanctuary that Rabbi Schwartz had picked. I think, and I could be wrong, it was talking about a new fund that had been created, the Marilyn Finkel Brown Art Fund, and that Marilyn was part of the original group that Rabbi Schwartz of blessed memory turned to Marilyn and said, help us with some of the art that's in the sanctuary. And so one of the things that she did was she worked with the artist Gerhard Nodell in finding him and getting this tapestry that we now have in the sanctuary. And the tapestry is the one that hangs in front of the stained glass window, filled with 15 different psalms that are broken, that are shattered into pieces, to remind us that it's our responsibility, that our world is shattered, and that we're supposed to put it back together again. This one here. Mm-hmm. It looks gold right now. During the daytime when the light's not, when there's light coming from the back, you see right through the gold to the stained glass window. This is the same one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll take this time to share a few special announcements with you all. So if someone's looking for a social action opportunity, we have some clothes that have been donated to Schlep and help out tomorrow afternoon at 4:40, meeting at Guys and Gals, and you can help us with a project going to families who have taken in foster children to help them in their homes. So you can ask us about that and give you more information. My class, L'chaim, a Jewish way of life and living and doing, continues on Monday. Each class sort of stands on its own. At noon, a lunch and learn. Brotherhood meets this week at 6:30 on Wednesday. Bim Bam Baby. Bim Bam Baby for Emmett is, for both boys actually, is at 10 a.m. on the 17th. And one of my favorite things of the year, all of us clergy's favorite thing, is our high school graduation next Sunday night, May 9th. Remember fondly how beautiful that was? Right, Josh? Wasn't that long ago? So May 19th, Sunday night, 7 o'clock here on the Bema, and we install our new youth group board as well. That morning, by the way, for anyone with religious school-age children, at 11 o'clock, it's our last day of Sunday school of Shoresh, but we welcome those who are interested in learning about Shoresh, who might have a child who could start there, to come and join us at that time as well, at 11 o'clock. Oh, thank you. And the preschool garden party is here at Temple next Saturday at 12:30. The garden party, yes.
Come and hang out with the
see how much
little
going on, how
ones.
busy we are? Yes.
Bring a plant.
It's really all for Megan and Marty to hear that, and they're not even here, but it's okay. As long as you heard, you can tell them. Awesome. Any last questions before we get to our oneg?
As you're getting ready for that, online, Mel, I just put it in the post too. Mel Seidman asked about what you're wearing, and I said, Rabbi's wearing a yellow ribbon lapel pin. I have a bracelet that says bring them home. A yellow bracelet as well. You'll see those, and there's also dog tags that people have that Rabbi was referring to as well that say, my heart is in Gaza.
Yeah. And again, you see Israelis wearing all of it. Yellow's been I don't know why, the chosen color for the hostages. Remember the hostages? And so I saw one of my Israeli friends did something that then we imitated as well and emulated, where they took a chair on Passover at their Seder table and it was covered in yellow tape wrapped up for the hostages. And we did the same thing. We had a whole table here at our congregational Seder that was set aside for those who aren't allowed to have Passover right now, or any holiday for that matter. Just like we have a candle here for Shabbat for those who can't light a Shabbos candle. So, always thinking of that, and always being a community and knowing that we're in this together as well. Let us rise for our closing prayer. May God bless you, may God protect you.
May God shine upon you. May God shine through you.
May God always be a part of who we are, giving us strength, giving us hope, giving us future, and giving us shalom, peace.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos. And I'll say as well, as I welcome Josh, in the beginning of services, Joshua is a rising senior, getting his degree in music and Jewish studies at Michigan State, and will be with us all summer long. This is his first Shabbat. You'll see him on the Bema all summer through August. So, indoor and outdoor services, Friday and Saturdays together. So, thank you for enjoying that with us with Cantor and Josh. Good Shabbos, everyone. That was nice.
You don't know why it's a yellow ribbon?